Some wounds began before you. A lot of the stuff that we're carrying from the ancestors. We're carrying from the mother and the father lineage. You know, the belief systems that have gone through all of the generations of, and this isn't about blame, this is just about awareness of those things. So from the womb to the inner child to the family tree, you know, there's all these different things that we've carried, and we've come here to break we'll come here to break all of these, and that's why our journey in particular has been so difficult. And it's about awareness, because when we can see you know, like the belief systems that may have come through, you know, like with the ancestral lines, you know, like the belief system, like your mother may not have felt like she was enough. She may have felt like she was not worthy. Maybe she was sexually abused, or mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever, abused as a child. Or maybe that happened with your father, you know, and it's been carried through the lines. Or maybe there was alcoholism, or drug addiction, or just neglect, or just absolute total lack of awareness. So these belief systems we've actually carried through with us, and they don't actually belong to us. So it's really, really important as part of this journey from inner to infinity, is actually to look at the family tree, look at those belief systems, where they've come from. You know, like the male lineage, you know, you may have had a controlling or an absent father, or an abusive father, or an abusive mother, you know. And so as an adult, we have a choice. We can become that, we can become the abuser, or we can attract that abuse into our lives, because there's a belief system in us that, well, that's normal, and you know, that the inner child doesn't know any different, so it sort of comes to expect it, or maybe been rejected or abandoned, or you know. And you think about our parents, and they've come through, their generations have come through war, they've come through depression, they've come through lack, they've come through struggle, they've come through, you know, not a lot of love in their lives. And that again is not judgment, it's just the generational curse basically that's gone through the families of you know, basically just being in survival mode and doing the best they could with what they had, you know. And you may have been fortunate to have had really loving parents, you know, and that's a very rare thing. And so we've had to learn to parent our inner children, but we also need to be aware of the patterns that we've carried through that aren't ours, because once we can do that and we can let go of them, it's a really, really powerful process, because then it's like, okay, yeah, I accept, you know, the ancestors and their, you know, the belief systems that have been carried so far, but I choose not to carry them anymore. So this is also a really important part of the journey of, you know, from inner to infinity. And the 90 breathwork is just amazing for this. You know, there's a process you can go through, and you can clear all of those ancestral lines, all of those belief systems. And, you know, quite often we carry this rage with us that we're not even sure where it's come from, or we might carry this sadness, or we might carry this martyrdom, or we might carry this sense of doom and gloom, or, you know, all of this stuff that's been passed on through the generations. So we're here to break the chains, and once you do, it's so powerful. And that's where the 9D breathwork is just amazing for that, because it's like you actually get to peel back the layers, and you see, you know, the belief systems that's yours, the belief systems that's other people's, the belief systems that are generational, you know. And you can take the best of it, you know, the belief systems that actually really served, you know, that really, you can take that, but you can also discard that which no longer works for you. So there's a link in the bio for, you know, our 9D app, which is absolutely amazing. It can help you with that. It can help you, you know, clear those ancestral lines and those belief systems and things like that. There's a 5-minute experience that you can have, you know, like just put the headphones on and check it out. And there's also a link to our community, which is the most amazing community. We've got, you know, over 30,000 people all around the world that are coming in and doing this work, and we're doing it together. We're celebrating each other. We are, you know, sharing our highs and our lows, but we're not doing it alone. And that's a really important thing. So we've got this really safe, sacred community that you can actually come in, and you can be supported in your journey, and you can also be celebrated in your journey as well too. So have a beautiful, magical day. Check out the link. You know, download the app, even if you just do it for the 2 weeks. Check it out, see if you like it. Join our community. And you know, for the way showers and the light workers, this is it. This is the time to actually rise up and to let go of all of that ancestral shit that we've been carrying, and just to step into ours, because we're actually creating the future, the new future for our children, for the future ancestors. So have a beautiful, magical day, and looking forward to sharing your journey.